It's Madden NFL 23. And here comes...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 66 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And the pressure gets to him again. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He'll return it from the 6. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Powell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 19. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. It's Eckler again. They'll get this to about the 38.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
6-0 our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Herbert off of play action. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Gets around him. And some room to roam now. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's a give. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. There he goes right side. The 30. 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Let's go.
A 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 36-yard line. On first down, Howell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Howell. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, Howell to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 180 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Commanders are able to move back in front. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Now they send a running back in motion right. Howell throwing for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A gain of 3, second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right. The top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down here. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on the. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got Allen. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Eckler now between the tackles. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now at FedEx Field. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert. The quick hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Newsome. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. On first down, it's Herbert. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So a 2nd NFL interception for him, and he is looking the part here in year 1.
And normally, partner, you talk about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. But this young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Wow, 213 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them.
Last play, here's 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Allen's got it over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. They'll look to throw. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 50, here's Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Again, Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent.
Who did things largely below the radar? Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts... So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going right back to Dotson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another run punting situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd.